Welcome back. Yes, you are back with your boy Scarcious. We're in the Ultra League right now. We are faced up against a Clefable, and we don't mind this. We have our Cresselia on the lead, and they don't want to see it, so they dip out trying to catch a move on Sandslash, but the Sandslash is met by our Shadow Swampert. So they're offloading energy, throwing the Ice Punch. We let that go. We're stacked and offloading Hydro. They may think this is the EQ, so do they fancy shielding? Yes, they do. They fall for the bait. And now they're throwing another Ice Punch. We will shield this one up. And now we can build up to the EQ and offload that. So if they want to double up on shields, that's absolutely fine. They let that go. That wipes out their Sandslash. Of course, they bring back the Clefable and they throw energy before we can get to the Hydro. We're going to let that go. And we don't have to come back in with our Cresselia. We will come in with our Registeel, who has an even easier matchup against this Clefable. So let's see what they want to do here. Moonblast that tickles. Do they fancy dipping out? Yep, they dip out and they catch our charge move onto Excadrill. That's absolutely fine. So they catch the zap and that lowers their attack. We swap out into our Cresselia. Throw the drill on that tickles. Alright, now we're going to get off the grass knot here. And the Excadrill is frail in the Master League, so imagine how frail it will be here in the Ultra League. So these grass knots, look at that, putting in work, and they decide to give up their second shield there. We are not threatened at all. We're not giving up our last shield, not for now. Alright, and they swap out and catch the charge move. Oh my god, onto their Clefable. That's absolutely fine. All this catching, I hope it will help you out, because you're just prolonging the inevitable. Okay, so we swap out and we're stacking. And we're going for the Focus Blast because we want to have a nice farm down. So we're going to farm it all the way down from here. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully it's not too much of a task. We could have just went for the Zap Cannon and undercharged it, but it's absolutely fine. We still have this one in the bag. I mean, we can shield up the next charge move and then just throw the Focus Blast on the Excadrill, because the Excadrill is not at a charge move yet, so this one's still wrapped and tied. They decide to swap there. I don't know how they believe that will help them, but this one's looking to be GG's. You can already see where this one is heading. Nicely done. Alright, taking that W, let's move swiftly on into the next one. Let's get it. Alright, who we faced up against here? It's a Charizard. And we're not running Future Sight, so this ain't really a good matchup for us. Let's see what they want to do here. They might think we got Future Sight, right? So let's see how this one plays out. They go for their Blast Bomb, we let that go, of course. And then they swap out trying to catch a charge move on Cresselia. So they actually did think we had Future Sight. So their Cresselia is met by our Registeel. And this is a dominant matchup for our Registeel. So offloading the Zap. Alright, and that gets the attack drop on them, making this matchup even easier. So let's see what the vibe is. If they try to stretch the timer out to try and preserve their Cresselia and swap out back into their Charizard, you already know that we have our Swampert ready and waiting for it. So let's see how this one plays out. They're offloading the Moonblast and they're just tickling. Alright, gonna go for the focus blast here. A little undercharge on it, but it's still taking them out. And now they bring in Poliwrath. Okay, if we can at least get off the zap here, which we can, then that'll be absolutely fine, because I'm sure they'll be looking to shield this. Yep, they do shield it. And then they decide to swap out into Charizard. Okay, interesting play, but it's not looking great for them. So as we still had 2 shields, we can give up a shield here. They go for the blast burn. We're stacking up a bit more energy, and now we're offloading the Hydro. Let's see how they're feeling like. And let that go. Big damage. And now we're coming with Poliwrath. And now we're full sending the EQ. How they feeling like. Big damage. Let's go. Swampert's job's done. We don't have to shield here. I'm gonna go for the skull. That's absolutely fine. And now we can just bring Cresselia, who's stacked on energy. Still don't have to shield. And we don't. They go for the Scald. It gets an attack drop on us, but this Poliwrath is just too low. They can't fight any longer, and they realize that. So they let that go, and that's G to the G. Moving on into the next one. Faced up against a Galvantula. Okay, we're going to try and swap and catch the charge move on the 3rd Volt Switch. And we do so, completing the catch, and it should be the lunge. And it is. Nice. Nice. Galvantula leads are normally weak to Registeel in the back, so I'm not even expecting them to even swap out. I'm expecting them to stay here. They go for the discharge that time. Now we're going to go for the zap. Try lower their attack. They decide to shield that. No debuff on them. Absolutely fine though. They go for the lunge there. What, they actually thought we were going to shield, did they? Nah. How you going to try bait Registeel? That's not the play. Now we get the attack drop on them. Let's go. Alright, they're throwing energy there. We're going to let that go. Of course, Registeel's job is done. Lowered their attack and got a shield off them. Alright. And now we throw that Moonblast before they can get to our next charge move. How they feeling like? They decide to shield that using their last shield. We're going to shield up here, preserve this Cresselia. We want to find out why they're giving up 2 shields there. What in the back is scared? How are we feeling like though? Do we want to give up that last shield right now? We do not. So we're letting that go. And then they come in with Tentacruel. And they got 2 shields down. So you already know what the vibe is here. Are they going Scald here? They are. We're shielding that out. We can build up and get some excess energy. And that's exactly what we do. Now we full send the EQ. You already know what the vibe is here. Woy. Let's go. Let's go, man. Send that Tentacle back in his Pokeball. Stacking a bit more energy. Throwing the Hydro. Get this Galvantula out of here. And what you got in the back for us? It's a Steelix. Oh my goodness. Full sending that EQ. Big damage. Jeez. They're going for the breaking swipe. That tickles. And then that is G to the G. Nicely done. Swampert went off. Alright, moving into the next one though. Here's another Steelix. We swap out straight away into Registeel. So they swap out into Deoxys. Getting off that zap straight away. Hopefully we can get the debuff straight out the gate. And we don't, unfortunately. And it's a bit peak for them right now. because they decide not to shield. So they can't take switch here. Now we get the attack drop on them. Let's go. And just like that, we take switch. Expecting Steelix to come back in. Yep, that's exactly what they do. And we get off the focus blast. Can we grab a shield here then? Yep, we grabbed that shield. They didn't want to feel the force of that focus blast, but now they're met by Swampert. Let's go. They're going for that breaking swipe. That tickles. And then they swap out into Golisopod, so we swap out into our Cresselia. Cresselia can do a decent job on Golisopod, so this is absolutely fine with us. And they're one shield down. We still have 2 shields. So we're looking good. I'd say we're in the driver's seat. Alright. Let's go, man. Alright, what are we going for here? Liquidation. Okay, they get a defense drop on us, but it's absolutely fine. Cresselia is doing her job at the moment. So that's absolutely fine. And look at that. Golisopod's in farm down range, so we Gucci. We Gucci. So they're throwing energy here. That works even better for us. Let's go for the mud shot down. They swap out instantly, but that's absolutely fine with us. We're going to be going for the breaking swipe here. And we shield that up. We're going to preserve some health before sending the EQ. What do they want to do here? Yeah, they shield that up. It's absolutely fine. And we're going to throw Hydro here just before they get off another breaking swipe, just so they're not lowering it too much. And look at that. You can see the Hydro is still putting in work. So you can already see where this one is heading. This one's looking to be GG's. Breaking swipe's not going to help them out here. And we're offloading, even though we don't need to. And yeah, the Golisopod is basically done out here. And that's GG's. Nicely done. Nicely. Alright, moving on into the last one though. Let's get him. Faced up against a shiny Kyurem. Okay. Okay. We don't mind this. They're going to be going for Glaciate, I'm expecting. Yes, there is. Which lowers your attack, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to full send Moon Blast, which is super effective and does big damage. Yeah, and the problem here is we go for the Grass Knot, which we thought would be able to do the job from here, but it does not. But that is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Can we get a farm down here? We overload. We overload and get too greedy. And that's going to allow them to have switch, but that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. We get the lock on down with Registeel. And they come in with Regirock. So you can actually see that we actually didn't need switch here. So it works out fine for us. They showed that, of course, they don't want to feel the force of that focus blast. And they think that we're going to shield back here, but we're not going to shield back here. So they throw Stone Edge and that tickles. That is not the vibe. That is definitely not the play. Now we throw another focus blast here. And they double shield. So we swap out into Swampert. And in the back they have Golisopod. No problem. It's absolutely fine. Because Shadow Swampert's EQ is no joke, as you can see. So another EQ here is going to get rid of this Golisopod. So do we want to use a shield here? Of course we do. And now we are definitely in the driver's seat. So let's see what the vibe is here, because I'm sure they don't want to get hit with a Hydro Cannon on that Reggie Rock, and that's exactly right, which is why they throw the charge move straight away. So we let that go, and now back again with Reggie Rock versus Reggie Steel. Alright, we're going to shield that up, of course, and now we're going to build up to the focus blast, which should wrap this one out just about, and then the farm down, and that was the last battle. So thank you guys for coming by once again. You all take care now. Peace.